They let the
Yeah,
Xin Zhao skip. They just let the Xin Zhao skip through ban phase, which is insane. That champion next to Viego is probably the strongest jungler, right? There's usually a trinity of junglers every patch,
right.
and I think it's right now it's Viego, Xin Zhao, Diana, and then Lee Sin is like just a smidgen below them right now. Kindred is a situational pick in my opinion, but they do have some
Ooh.
range. And yeah, LeBlanc being picked up as well. Super meta mid lane right now. I saw a lot of it this weekend. Been seeing a lot of it in LCK, LPL, now LCS and LEC. I've been picking it up, especially into that Talia. It's going to be super hard for Talia to try to dissuade this, double dash in, the sigil, the chains. Like this Talia has to be on point with her knockbacks. She has to be make sure she's throwing rocks where the clone's going to be or
Going
where
to
the
be, right.
yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a lot, but this looks like a Yasuo Galio. Ooh, this is a really weird composition. Orange going in the top lane for sure. Kindred's
For
going into the
sure.
jungle, right? It could be the Yasuo top. Maybe Talia. Ooh, is it Yasuo Galio bot with Talia mid, Kindred jungle, and the Ornn top? Yes,
I
yes.
I
That's what
wa
I'm going. I'm
yeah,
locking that in. I'm locking that
right.
in. Final answer.
I think so. Yeah. Putting Talia in mid, Kindred top. Now, who I can't remember what team it was that decided to play Kindred mid the other day. I'm pretty sure they lost. It'll come to me eventually, but I'm gonna assume the Kindred will be going to the jungle and then Talia in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Galio Yasuo bot makes more sense than Ornn Yasuo bot.
Yeah, yeah. And I think just that lane in the bottom lane for Glacial, that Galio Yasuo, it's literally just there to survive, right? It's not gonna
Right.
do too much against Aphelios Thresh. I mean, regardless of whatever AD carry you pick, it's gonna be really hard to bully him out. I would have loved to see, you know, probably them grab a Varus, something that does very, very well, and we've seen do very well into these more longer range, safer ADCs like Ziggs, if you want to call him ADC, but a bot laner. Same thing with Aphelios. I feel like Poke Varus would have been so much more valuable here, right? I mean, you have the ability to poke out LeBlanc, you have the ability to poke out Aphelios, and with relative safety, right? As long as you're positioning well. But this Yasuo Galio, this kind of like brawly 5v5 composition that Glacial, picked, it allows them to try to reach Urgottem, right? It allows them to reach both Aphelios and LeBlanc if they need to. But the fact that there's a Zinzao on Urgottem's team or Urgottem's team, it just negates so much damage, right? It'll
Yeah.
negate a lot of the Ornhorn damage, possibly the Talia damage if he wants. I mean, if he just R's and stands on top of Aphelios, that guy is shooting and is being safe for a very, very long time. So we're gonna see how Glacial can reach Urgottem. I feel like Urgottem's comp is something we've seen more traditionally. It's more of a LCS or LEC meta composition, while Glacial has gone just for the mix up essentially. If you guys are familiar with FGC,
You know.
beautifully, they went for the mix up,
They
the
went for
option
the
select,
yeah.
whatever you want to call it. They went for they're trying to cover everything essentially.
Yeah, it's good. It's really interesting to see what Glacial's actually going to pull out this rabbit out of their hat as the very quote unquote unconventional picks that they decided to go for to throw everybody off their game. Like the pick order is definitely going to influence the decision making here, as it's just too early to really give like the full analysis on how they are going to play this composition. I'm not a huge fan of majority like the three melee, two range is awesome and all, but how they're doing it is kind of interesting. So it's really going to be interesting to see if we can get these Yasuo ults off in the fight. They want to go for these big wombo combos. It's looking like with all their damage all at once, and then after the fact, can they keep up the damage sustained afterwards? Whereas on the other side, it's just it's very rough. As you have the Xin Zhao in the set can do whatever they want, all the disruption in the world. As we do see that, yeah, Ornn is going to the top lane, so the Galio Yasuo bot lane is what it is looking like for Glacial. As like we were talking about, maybe not have taken the Rek'Sai as the jungle ban and taking the Xin Zhao as the jungle ban would have been smarter here. Um, but they're opting into it, and hey, man, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it is a multi-game series. So first game, you can make a few mistakes.
Yeah, and I really like Glacial coming out and trying to, essentially try something new. Like you said, it's the last week. It's week 5. After all of this, the dust settles. Playoff teams are locked in. All the seedings locked in. So I want to go out with a bang, right? I want to go
Yeah,
out knowing that whatever I chose, whatever I picked, I'm not just picking not to lose, but I'm picking to try to win, right? The saying, leave it out all on the field. I leave it out on the riff. I mean, just go and pick what you think will win you the game. Don't try to be super meta if you can't play it. I mean, if you can't play the LeBlanc, if you can't play the Aphelios or the Zinzel, play what you want to play comfort, and just try to win that way. Because in these kinds of games and these kinds of best of three series, like you mentioned, getting that early 1 game lead can just break their mental, and then now you got them. Even if they pick meta, supposedly better meta champions, if they lose to Glacial, Glacial has that edge now. Glacial has the ability to flex around picks and pick pretty much whatever they want. Well, Urgottem has to now tailor their bans and tailor their draft to, all this wacky stuff that Glacial's trying to play.
Yeah, for sure. And everything is locked in now. We know where the champs are going. We know what roles are playing. Players are going to get their summoner spells all checked out, ready to go. There's a little bit of a spectator delay. So, with that, we're going to toss into a break and we will get right back into this game as is the final week of regular series competition before playoffs. And we will see y'all in a moment.
Welcome.
Alrighty, baby. Here we go. I got this, shitty. Don't worry.
All right.
Week 5, we're here. Last games of the regular split before play-ins start. Glacial Esports, Urgottem Evolve. Game 1. It's going to be a banger. All right, you can talk now, sir.
Yeah. Game 1, week 5, like you said, it's the last week. It's the last week of the Vanguard League. This is affecting seeding for these guys. This is affecting who they play into the play-ins. That's going to happen soon. On Glacial Esports side, we got Devil Unicorn in the top lane, Popeng in the jungle, Kite Azure mid lane, Silva in that bottom role, not the 80 carry role, and Sly Lego in the support role. And on your Urgottem side, we have player number 6 in the top lane, Legans in the jungle, Region 11 in the mid lane, Callum Coy at the 80 carry or bottom lane position, and Sai Desu at the support position. And both of these teams going for that standard 5-point defense that we always see. Both of these teams, they're always so shy in game 1, right? You'll see both of them go for the 5-point defense, then game 2, game 3, you'll see like 5 men invade into the bot lane. Yeah, you'll see like a 5-man stack sneaking through bot lane or a 5-man stack going through river. Like these guys, they never want to reveal anything in game 1. They're kind of like, they're super shy, I would say.
You got to warm it up a bit. You just automatically pedal to the ground off the bat. I mean, you can, but it might not work out too well. So they're just going to get standard across the board, help their junglers out, get these buffs going. And it's you know they're going to fight. These guys are ready to fight. But it's going to be interesting to see how Glacial will be able to adapt because their composition is not really geared for the early game.
Yeah, I don't think they really have any prio in any of these lanes. As you can see, just Callum Coy inside Esu just punishing them. You might be able to get prio in that top lane, or if he plays it correctly, if he can, out-trade this set, which is definitely difficult to do. But Kite Azure in this LeBlanc Talia matchup, we were talking about it offline. I feel like LeBlanc is just going to have so much pressure onto this Talia once she hits 3, and God forbid she hits 6. And now you just have so much priority, so much kill threat coming out from LeBlanc. But I do believe in Kite Azure's ability, right? This guy wouldn't pick Talia if he didn't have confidence in the current matchups, right? He's probably playing it in solo queue. He's probably screaming with it. I mean, he definitely has the confidence to pick it into the meta, sort of meta mid laners that are happening right now. But yeah, I think you're correct. A lot of the early game presence is going to be on the side of Urgottem. But if Glacial Esports can get out of this laning phase, they can get out of this game, maybe even 1 to 2k gold behind, they'll be in a pretty good spot to try to win these, mid to late game team fights, as we see a nice little red ward dropped into the blue side of the jungle, or on blue team's red side jungle. So they definitely see where Zinzao is. They'll definitely know, trying to figure out where he is. They know he started red, went into Raptors, went the 5 camp clear, and interesting choice. He's actually going to go all the way down.
No. Ooh. Yo, if those minions were there, that might have been first blood. That might have been first blood, but it will be first blood for Regent. He's going to wait out that ignite. Oh, Kite Azure was so close, Shibby. If those minions weren't blocking that threaded volley right there, that would have been first blood for Kite, but instead, Regent, playing with that wave like LeBlanc should, was able to mitigate that damage and jump back in at the perfect time, kept the ignite down, and gets first blood.
Yeah, and crazy pathing from Legans here, right? He went red Raptors, cleared his top side, and then ran actually all the way back to bottom scuttle. Able to pick that up on their side. That was actually the Kindred mark as well, so denied
Yeah.
denied that really well. Played with the LeBlanc pressure, and like you said, and we were talking about it, right? Kite Azure has the burden of execution. He has to hit those two. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage.
Dark Seal, baby, woo!
Took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, Kite Azure's half his health is gone, but yeah, like you said, the Q on Talia, she has to be able to thread that through the minions, and while obviously LeBlanc does take mechanics, I mean, you have a sigil, that's a pretty much an auto cast. You just have to W onto them. That's a skill shot for sure, and the chains are pretty thick as we see Legans going in onto Popeng, and TPs are coming out.
He does have flash, does have blue buff advantage, but right over the side here is Regent. Flash to follow. Blasco gets him away into the 2. Here is Devil Unicorn. Can he get
Zinzal's busted. Zinzal's busted. He's broken.
Busted. One tap. He's one shot. Gets away. Player number 6 comes in at the right time, gets the kill onto Devil Unicorn. Kite Azure has to watch his buddy die as he runs away. No kills going the way of Glacial. And this is what we were talking about, that early game pressure that Urgottem was going to be able to exert. The invades that Legans and Regent were going to be able to pull off of the Zinzal LeBlanc combo after getting that first blood just unlocks Regent to be able to influence more of the map. And you know, mark denial, camp denial is such a big thing when you're going up against a Kindred because they don't get their marks, they don't get their passives, they don't get the enhanced damage or extended range. And Legans is just showing he knows exactly what he needs to do in this matchup.
Yeah, and we were, like you said, we were talking about offline as Callum Coy actually just kills Galio, and he's going for Silva as well.
He was under the tower.
Popeng, you better run.
Wrong side of the river, man. Oh, grabbing his land. Pull into the slam dunk, and not long for this world as that's 3 going over to that bot lane. 2 for Callum, 1 for Side, and it just keeps going because Regent, he's about to get another kill. As he's gonna gift it, wrapped up in a nice little bow for Legans, and 6-0 is his Urgottem lineup in game 1.
Yeah, every single time, you just see Kite Azure. Anytime we pan to him, he's getting chunked out. He has to base. He's got to come back. And he doesn't have the TP either. You look at his summoner spells. He's got Flash, Ignite, and the Dark Harvest. He's down, you know, not a sizable amount of CS. I mean, only 12 CS, but he's got 2 deaths to his name, missed so much XP. That is a level 4 Talia to a level 6 LeBlanc. Down nearly 1,000 gold here. And oh, I like Devil Unicorn. I like that rune choice he went. What's the futures market? I see you've been watching. I've been watching the YouTube. You've been getting on all these educational videos, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be enough here, as everybody on the side of Glacial has died at least once, with Kite Azure dying 2, maybe 3 times. And
make it stop! Stop the tape! As we all engaged, perfect timing from player number 6. As he's holding the shield, he does have it. He doesn't even need to use it!
The triumph!
The triumph healing is there. Conqueror doing dividends. The passive coming in from Set. The man just waited. He is on fire, but he does not care. He watches Devil Unicorn go down, and it's just it's a stomp, Shibby. Like we were talking about this. If Glacial Esports does not survive the early game, they won't get to the scaling power of this composition. And it's not even 10 minutes yet, and they are significantly behind.
Yeah, get a rain check on surviving that early game, beautiful, because down 8 kills. They're down, what, 4,000 gold at 7.5 minutes, 7:45, and Kite Azure. Oh my god! The pop from LeBlanc, and that's what she does. That is just LeBlanc things. One more auto, one more spell, it's gonna kill Kite Azure. You better run for your life, but I don't think you have one to run for.
Q auto done, that's it. And the chain it lands as well. The thumbs up as he exits. Oh man, Regent is having that. He's having that LeBlanc game you want your LeBlanc to have.
Regent wants his respect. I don't think he can believe that Talia was blind picked. I legitimately think he feels disrespected. That guy's on a mission. You didn't have to flash the emo, Regent. You didn't have to do that, but you did, because he's got a statement to say. I know for sure these guys definitely don't seem like they like each other that much. But oh my god, more fighting into the spot lane, and Legends abusing Popeng.
That's it. He's gonna walk him down here. Yeah. Does pop the limbs respite, but at what cost? Kite Azure is here, not gonna be able to clean this up. At least we don't think. Here comes the backup. Can they fight everybody off. Silva does get the kill on the Leggings. That's a shutdown going. Sai does claim the kill credit onto Kaidazur. As Kalimkoi is here, they're chasing him out of their jungle, panning over the top lane for a second. Player number 6 just beating down Devil Unknown. Oh, it landed, It's a snipe, it's a snipe! Call him snipe down, baby, we are here! And that is another kill going over to Kalimkoi. That was just, that was good.
That was nasty. Like you said, snipe down column. That now everybody on the side of Urgottem is fed. 2-0-1 set, 2-1-2, and you can't even walk to lane, Azur. Lane dead. Lane dead. Lane dead. What is it? What do they say? What do they say? What do they say in Simpsons? Beautiful Crow. Stop it! Stop it! He's already dead.
He's already dead. Between two towers, he gets dunked on completely. And at this point, you know, it's just kind of like, hey, where is that verdant barrier that I wanted, or that verdant necklace that I need to buy? Like, it's so sad to watch this right now. This game 1, like, look, Urgottem, they want to finish strong. They're number 2 in this division. Glacial, they're sitting at the bottom, you know, number 5 for the group. And Urgottem, they want to just make sure there's no shenanigans in the seeding. They want it clean, and they're playing very clean right now.
Yeah, the clean 2-0 will put them into that, you know, top 2. They're already in that top 2 playoff spot, right? Both teams from each division, top 2, auto-qualify to the playoffs. They don't have to play in the plains. And if you're Urgottem, I mean, you want to secure that spot. You don't want any shenanigans, like you said, in the seeding. You want to get a clean 2-0. So we're going to have to see if Glacial can bring this back. I mean, they're 6,000 gold down at 10.5 minutes. I don't know what they're going to be able to do here, but... Ooh, Set goes in with the...
Good flash.
Devil Unicorn?
Yeah, it's not going to happen. He's still too far under for that, as Leggins is chasing Opang. Does miss the W. Stuck under his
can just dive him, right?
Oh, God, he can 100%. And no mana to speak of.
Flash pulling. Yeah, just beat him up. JoJo style, just punch him. Literally just punch him.
Look, they're talking about one dive on the top player, and I'm like, ha, guys, pop that. Callum's like, all right, we can do that too. It's going to take 3, but the result will be the same. Silva going down. Another kill on the board for Urgottem. It's, oh, God. It's, put him in a body bag. It's over.
Put him in a casket, put him in the body bag. Kaidazur looks like he's going to go to the body bag very, very soon. You don't want that fight. You're 0-6, brother. You cannot trade with that LeBlanc. She is just playing with her food right now, right?
8 attacks in the ring.
At this point, at any point in time, she could just go and kill him with Leggings if he wants to. But I mean, I don't know. This is very.
Oh no!
Very,
oh no! Poping!
Wait,
Poping? Oh, okay. Interesting. Decided to show mercy. Does the wonderful benevolent regent there? Definitely could have been a kill. But Popang will get
I don't know if he showed him mercy or if he just didn't see him. His camera was probably somewhere else. I wish you could see where his camera was, but. Yeah, I guess Popang lives to fight another day and possibly die in the next minute. Dragon is coming up in 1:15, and you have to believe your guy's going to secure that 100% free 99 style.
Yep.
It's beautiful. I hate to ask you this question, and I know you can't answer it honestly, but if Glacial can do anything to get back into this game, what can they do, man?
So, like, honestly, at this point, you have to play some guerrilla warfare tactics. I mean, everybody, buy all the control wards you can, place them, stack up, just 2v1, hey, yo, jump this fool type shenanigans. As I'm talking about it, looks like Devil Unicorn getting jumped right now, and he just gets absolutely blasted. Regent is bullying on this LeBlanc. Has his Ludens completed. He's just ready. 2 gore drinkers on the side. Opang, wow, okay.
It's the consolation prize.
Wow. You know what? We'll take it. They're staying. It looks like they're staying. Kite. Wait, what? You're staying over there. Lancela, chain 1, chain 2. Kaidazur is still alive somehow. Late TP. The box has been procked by Side Desu. They're fighting forward. They're trying to get this shutdown. They're trying to go for the wombo combo, but Regent is unstoppable. A shutdown goes the way of Silslego. Not the one you like. He's on double kill from the Haymaker. Are you kidding me? Player number 6 is taking out 2 for 1 special here. As they tried to make a play, they tried to go for the Hail Mary to Glacial, but
I respect it.
I respect it.
I respect the
it,
play.
for
I
sure.
respect Glacial trying to go for something. They saw that Cowboy was in the bottom lane. They try to do an unfair fight, the guerrilla
Oh,
warfare tactics like you
oh
mentioned, but
man.
I don't think it's enough. 10,000 gold lead at 13 minutes for Urgottem. You have to believe that they'll close this game out surgically, clinically. I mean, it is a massacre right now. And Sly that's not your jungle, buddy. None of that is your jungle. You can step out of your base gates, and that's about as far as you can.
Yep, and the dragon is live, so they can just take that, you know, if they want to. They probably will, because there's nothing they can do at this point. Sly Lego's gonna go ahead and take that control ward as a small prize, as a treat. But Callum Coy, with this snipe, just picking them off one by one. And yeah, it's almost like at this point, if I was Glacial, to be like, hey man, what's the rules on FF15? Because we can actually go next if we need to. This is just a clinic, Urgottem showing the clear differences in team cohesion and
It's
team
a comp
composition.
diff, right?
It's 100% a comp diff.
Yeah, I think really it's just the champions on the side of Urgottem's are just objectively better, right?
Yeah.
You look in the top lane, Set. I mean, Set and Ornn are two of those champions that can get kind of mixed into the top lane as they please, right? Set, I would say, sees a lot more action than Ornn, although Ornn did get some action from EG earlier this week. But that's like an impact champion. That's not a, I'm going to just pick this up and play it because I think it's good kind of champion. That's like, you have to be like an Ornn specialist, or you have to play him, really, really well. And then you just look on the side of Urgottem, Xin Zhao, probably a top 2, if not the best jungler, a top 2 or top 3, like the trinity of junglers. LeBlanc, super meta right now. Got a bunch of buffs in the past couple patches. The items are pretty decent for her. Just being able to apply that early game high damage pressure along with Xin Zhao pairs up so well. I mean, an Aphelios Thresh is just one of those lanes that has always been a staple, even back then. Even when Aphelios was nerfed, you kind of put him with Thresh, but now that he's got the buff, I'm not allowed to talk.
Oh, Regent, don't do it! He's hoping is already gonna drop the Lamb's Rest, but try and survive for a little bit. He's been knocked out, but he's stuck in a corner. He does manage to hop over the side. A side Desu's just gonna chase him down. You got 1v1 by the support, bro. What's going on here? As this killing spree for Saidesu, Leggins gets another kill on the Kite Azure.
He's gonna chase, right? He's gonna chase. No. He is.
He can. He's gonna chase it. He has a lantern. He's good. So gonna get pulled out. No death there. But man, another jungle fight, another win for Urgottem. And yeah, they have Herald. They got Shelly too. Like it's really spelling like they're trying to do the sub 20-minute win here with these 24 kills on the board. As Callum's gonna try and take down the mid lane. Win wall, boo this man, Silva. Oh man, that's
he's trying to defend it with his life. And I feel bad, really, on Glacial's side, I feel really bad for Popeng, right? Because you draft this Kindred, one of his signature picks, one of something that he plays a lot of, and you just don't give him the lanes, you don't give him any tile. I mean, how is this Kindred supposed to succeed? How do you expect this Kindred to, get into that 80 carry-esque role that you want him to by picking the Yasuo bot? He's just dead. He just gets soloed out, almost soloed out. Right, Callum Quake comes in, does a little bit of damage, but yeah, I think just composition-wise for Glacial, they gotta pick stuff that makes sense together, right? If you have a Kindred in that jungle, draft prio lanes, draft either bot, draft top, get a Renekton in the top lane if you really want that prio in mid. Take the LeBlanc away. I mean, you could have picked the Syndra into the LeBlanc. You could have picked possibly Azir. I mean, there's so many other picks that allow you to contest for that priority, but Talia is not the move. Right? Talia definitely doesn't give you that.
Oh no. Player number 6, don't do it. He's gonna take the tower. He's gonna ult out. He's gonna be on the run as Popeng is there to chase. He's gonna ruin the perfect game. No! Urgottem almost had it here, but player number 6, running for his life, will get shut down. And yeah, there's the death going over for him. Player number 6 had a wonderful stat line, but now he has blemished it with the death. It's hubris. The chain does detonate, does not kill him, surprisingly. But he's gonna go back in. He's popping around. Regent, he's just toying with his food at this point. Level Unicorn gonna help clear out some wards. It's Popeng. Oh man.
Oh no.
That was one. Was that 1 Q?
That was 1 Q plus 1 chain. They're not gonna get onto Regent. Regent's gonna die here.
The shutdown. Popeng. Oh no, that's definitely not the one you wanted to go on to if you're this team of Urgottem. You know what? That's something in the back for him. No turret to speak of. Measly 4 kills to 27. No dragons either. But hey, you know what? You take what you can get.
Yeah, and It's beautiful. I think Kopang's gonna need like 10 more of those if they want to try to get back to this game. I mean, look, two 1,000 gold shutdowns, I'll take it. But at
You
this
know?
point, you're down what 15,000 gold.
Oh
This is
man.
game, set, and match right now. Unfortunately, I wish I could tell you that Glacial can come back. There's hope. There's a little glimmer of life, but I'm not trying to give him that. If I'm
1.2% chance, baby.
yeah,
Woo.
if I'm Glacial here, I try to extend this game out as long as I can. Why?
Yeah,
It gives me time to talk about what we want to draft in the next composition,
right.
how we want to approach draft, what side we want to pick, so on and so forth, right? Drag this game out, and instead of trying to necessarily, I mean, always play to win for sure. Oh,
Whoa, that was
Azure.
the flash in chain deletion. That is the 10th death for Azure as he's fighting once again in the jungle quadrant. The land respite will only provide respite for so long as the shutdown does get over for Silva, but he will die for it. Callum Coy on another rampage. It's oh god, it's 30 kills to 5 here. And Urgottem just wrap it up, boys. We got another game to go to.
Yeah, take Baron's not up. I guess they can't end it with that, but you have supers pushing down into the mid lane and soon into top lane, unless they're just gonna end the game here. But yeah, Glacial. If I'm Glacial, drag it out. Talk about next draft. I mean, you only have so much time in the next game pre-draft, so use this time to see what you want to ban, see what you want to play, what kind of composition or team you want to make, and then execute that in the next draft. Know what you want to do. Obviously, adapt when you need to, but it's you try to get the most out of these kinds of situations, right? These kind of games, yeah, you try to play to win, you try to come back, look for these guerrilla warfare tactics, like you said, beautiful, but also start talking about next game, start thinking about what we can do to secure the W, because you're only going to be down 0-1, right? You still have 2 more games to play. You could win those 2. Reverse sweep happen all the time. I've seen teams go down 1-0 or go down 0-1 and they come back and they stomp the next 2 games. Like, they win it emphatically. So it's not impossible for you guys to come back in this game, but it's also, you're not out, right? This is just one of those games. You chalk it up to, it's one of those games. It's like when you feed in your solo queue games. I know everybody does it in the chat. Don't act like you've never fed. I know you do it. And you just chalk those games up to, I played bad. Move on to the next, pick your head up, and then just go again.
Yeah, unfortunately, like most of Glacial's games in the past 5 weeks or so have been multi-series, and harken back to week 3, these 2 teams played. Cerberus won the first game, Urgottem won the next 2. Maybe they could get the reverse revenge in this series, but right now in this game 1, it is Urgottem all the time, all day, all night, as they get a clean ace, don't drop a single member, don't drop a single tower, as they will take us to game 2 with an emphatic victory here in this first game.
21-minute victory. Good job from the Urgottem boys. Really trying to lock in and secure that number 2 spot in their playoff bracket. While Glacial gonna look to try to reverse sweep this. I don't think they're done. I think this team still has a lot of fight in them. I know the Glacial boys, they can come back. Maybe come back with even a more interesting draft, or even look to just play standard and see what they can do. But just a really good showing from Urgottem. I mean, there's nothing more I could really say on that, about like what happened in the game. I mean, you guys saw it all unfold. I mean, Urgottem just, it was comp diff. It was team composition difference, in my opinion.
Absolutely, yeah. The composition definitely favored Urgottem, and they knew what their win condition was. They knew how to play it, and they played it emphatically. And yeah, with that stomp, we have game 2 on our hands. Here's hoping that Glacial does get it together, get their team composition back online, pick something more favorable towards their play styles and their advantages, and see if they can get that reverse sweep win and that revenge for week 3 here in this next game. But with that, we're going to throw it to a quick break, let everybody reset and gather, and we'll be back for game 2 between Urgottem Evolve and Glacial Esports. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Well, in case you're just now joining us, we're in game 2 between Glacial Esports and Urgottem Evolved, and we're going to get into the draft. So, with that being said, yes, let us be on the way.
Yeah, there's no such thing as coincidence, beautiful crow. We are here for game 2 of the Glacial Esports versus Urgottem Evolved, and we talked about what Glacial needs to do. Draft
Yeah,
something more cohesive. Don't draft a Kindred and then have no prio lanes.
right.
Draft
Yeah.
Kindred, get yourself some prio lanes. Or if you want to go for this scaling comp, go for Varus. Don't go for Yasuo Galio bot. Go for something with Varus. Go Victor mid. I mean,
Mhm.
something that just allows you to have a better lane matchup, right? Because it just felt like Glacial just rolled over and died. Like in the beginning of the lane phase, they didn't have any prio. Their jungler is not the best early ganker either, right? Kindred doesn't have a crazy amount of CC. Even when she has red buff, it's still hard for her to, you know, pick up those kills unless one of the laners has like really good innate CC. Ornn being one of those champions that has to work a little bit to land his CC, has to get the stone down, has to get the collision, or has to get the knock up in the wall. But we're getting into draft. LeBlanc being banned out. They don't want to see that. Thresh being banned out. Gwen on the side of Glacial. All blue side. Good bans. Good bans. Urgottem's gonna take away the Ziggs, the Poppy as well. Just like I said, Devil Unicorn, 500 games on that champion. And we're gonna see if Urgottem's gonna do the Viego ban on red side. I think it's a must ban. If
Yeah.
they don't ban it, they Glacial needs to take Viego now. So they're not gonna ban it. Yes. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about, yeah, the TK or the Viego. Which one do you want to go up against less? I hate Viego, so I'm gonna get rid of him every single time. That was not the
We
case
should
here. Glacial, they're gonna grab the Viego, and it's better.
Yeah, and we should see the Urgottem get the Zinzao, right? They're gonna
Right.
trade the Zinzao as the jungler. If they don't get it in this first round of picks, I would suspect Glacial just ban that out immediately. I mean, it's a surefire jungle win, and Urgottem's if Glacial's smart, I would just ban Diana Zinzao out if they don't take it in that second round, in that first round, and now you put Urgottem on like either a Lee Sin, which I don't think is as good as Viego.
Yeah, the first pick, Leona here, kind of interesting. Gonna go ahead and grab that, and then the
Graves.
Graves.
So
Okay,
no, they don't have. I mean, it could be Graves solo lane, right? It could be Graves mid, could be Graves
could
top. I
it?
mean,
Could it?
I I'm not gonna put it above Region to not put it mid if they really want to. I mean,
I
I
very
saw what
much
that man.
think, yeah,
I saw what that man did on LeBlanc. It's probably Graves jungle,
yeah.
um, but
And then,
Glacial gonna take that Rel. Okay, we were just talking about this, right? I like
uh,
Rel as long as there's not an Alistar on the other side, right?
I
I
mean,
think
Leona's
Rel.
gonna do the same thing. I promise you, baby. She gonna jump in, just get smacked in the face with the shield, stunned up. Half your engage is gone right there. And even if she tries to go in before solar flare down, like I just
Yeah,
don't. As much as I love Rel as a character right now, I just don't think she's in the best place. Especially if you already see another engaged champion on the enemy team. If you saw an enchanter, by all means, have a ball, have fun. Ooh,
that's a
speaking of
blind
have a
pick for
ball,
Lissandra as well. Again,
okay,
just blind picking their mid laner. I mean, at this, Lissandra's better, can handle those more aggressive matchups that,
yeah.
maybe Regent will play these more assassin matchups. I feel like Lissandra's one of those champions that you specifically pick to go against assassins. You probably take the Aftershock on her. I know some people take Comet still on her. Aftershock was kind of the rune that you always take just to give you that survivability. If the
Right.
assassin jumps on you, you W yourself, you walk out. Silas,
Silas. Mm,
very, very good champion
yeah.
into Lissandra. I like he did get nerfed a little bit. His
Mhm.
Q damage, it was sort of a power transition, right? His
Right.
Q got buffed, but his W got nerfed. He
W
doesn't have
got
that much
nerfed. Yeah.
sustain, but he does have a better trading ability in the sense that if he does hit you with the Q exploding, which he can on Kaidazor, he's going to do a lot of damage. The ults are pretty good on the side of Silas to steal as well. Viego ult, Rel ult, even Lissandra ult can be used situationally really, really well as
Yeah.
GE is going to ban the Kaisa
Okay.
out. So no 80 carries for Urgottem, but Aphelios
Yeah.
is still up. Not that they're gonna
Aphelios is
match
still,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
Not they're gonna
Aphelios
match
still
it with
available.
Leona.
Yeah. I love Silas versus Viego matchups because it's all about who can steal who first. And it's just really fun interaction there. I'm glad they patched it because it used to be very buggy. Um, when you would steal a Viego ult as
Fingers
Silas.
crossed, no
and
bugs. Fingers crossed, no bugs.
it just kind of shuts down the game. It's like, well, this is it, I guess. Okay. But yeah, good pick up on the Silas. Yes, this isn't released Silas anymore, where he used to have the magic shield, which just really made every mage matchup clapped. Two bands of marksmen coming out from Glacial, taking out the Kaisa and the Samira. And on response, Urgottem's going to take off the Misfortune, so they don't want that out. Misfortune Rel is actually scary, I will admit. I did not like playing against that at all. We'll have to see what they're going to pick up here, as they do have, not a lot given away in terms of their in their top lane or their bot lane. If they're going to go, well, the Ziggs is banned,
Jin,
so
Jin Leona.
Jin.
Jin
Okay.
Leona's nice. We've seen Jin a lot, right? We
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
him last week. We saw him this weekend as well. I think he's one of those ADCs he's utility, but I mean, if he hits you with that fourth shot,
He
he
still be doing damage.
yeah, he'd
He
still be doing some damage. He's not like your typical utility ADC, like maybe somebody like Ashe or Sivir, who needs
yeah,
like a lot of items at first, as we
neglect.
see Vayne being picked up from
No, it's a hover.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. Jinx. I like Jinx more.
yeah,
Jinx Rel
yeah.
kind of fulfills that same sort of niche that I guess Misfortune would
Ah,
do. Aatrox getting picked up. That was actually banned out from
yeah, that
Urgottem
was banned
last
last.
game.
Yes, that was banned last. Um, it should be all right for Devil Unicorn. Yeah.
Oh! Oh, okay.
Okay.
That is Dr. Mundo.
Uh, okay.
Perfectly
Okay.
blindable. I think he's fine
yeah.
blind. Is a
Yeah.
tank.
Mundo definitely. Yeah, he could be blind. That's fine. But yeah, talking about the Jinx pick is very good. Has a solid amount of distance to keep between herself and any of the attackers. Flame chompers, great. Zap, great. Keep things off of her. As long as they keep Silva alive in these team fights, he's going to be the majority of their damage. Get them low enough. Throw the death rocket out so that Popang on this Viego can get those resets going. There's an actual game plan here, Shibby. I see it. I see what they're trying to do.
Oh,
As the wait,
Jarvan top?
Top Jarvan,
Jarvan top? Top Jarvan for sure. I mean, it could still be a
he
solo lane Graves for all we know, but
right. He did get those. He did
Jarvan,
get that minor
yo,
buff in last patch.
those
Yeah,
AD buffs were a
they
lot. He
did.
got some
They kind of
percentage.
yeah. They kind of threw him back up. They're like, all right, I guess you can play now. So he can definitely work in solo or jungle. It's interesting.
I if I don't see full damage Jarvan, like lethality or
Let's
even just
go.
just gore drinker Stayrax Jarvan, I mean, he got some really good AD ratio buffs. I think his W also got some buffs. I think he gets more shielding
Yes, more shielding.
based off of how many enemies are around him. And that's just a really good. Okay, Jarvan is not in the best spot jungle, right? He's not the best jungler by any means, or he could be a good solo laner, but specifically against Glacial's composition, I mean, you have a Jinx, right? If
Yeah.
all that Jarvan is doing is EQing Ring Jinx to
Or
like
yep.
half, yeah, less health. I mean, Jinx can't play the game without Flash. I mean, you do have some peel with the Rel, of course, but that's not going to stop a Jarvan flank. That's not going to stop a Cataclysm.
You
Oh,
know. Yeah.
so it is the Graves solo lane. Okay. So it's
Oh.
Graves top. Yeah, okay.
Wait.
See.
No, my theory
So
crafting out the window. Crazy. Who would have thought?
Graves solo lane is interesting because you want to try to build full lethality on him.
Right.
But the issue is that if he's going into that Mundo, yeah, he's gonna have a lot of early pressure. But once Mundo gets plated steel caps and then like the bramble vest, if he wants, he's just gonna be way too tanky for
Yeah.
Graves to handle. Graves also gets relatively tanky with the grit stacks and everything, but Mundo is eventually just gonna win out that laning phase and just be more of a useful champion than Graves if they can again, right, get past this early game, past this like 15-minute mark. I mean, Mundo's a beefy tank line. You have Popeng trying to get resets. Lissandra is just, in my opinion, really just there to set up Popeng to get these
Yeah.
resets and possibly even peel Silva on this Jinx, right? Use the R, as a utility when Silas goes in or when Jarvan goes in, freeze him up, and then just allow Popeng and Silva to just free hit whoever's frozen, right? Jin's gonna be just trying to set up his whole team, right? With the curtain call, with the W, and Leona's just gonna look to get these long range R's onto Jinx. I feel like Glacial, their comp makes sense, right? They have two beefy guys in beefy champions, not guys, beefy champions in both Rel and um Dr. Mundo. They have that front line. They also have the mid utility. Not somebody that's going to do a crazy amount of damage, but you still have to respect it. You still have to build magic resistance against it because if you do get caught out, she will burst you out. And Silva is just going to be there free hitting, hopefully with rocket range.
Yeah. Definitely has the ability to, uh, you know, actually give a fighting chance in this next game. It's oh man, Glacial has. I like their composition, but Urgottem has that snap your fingers, do your thing type delete you composition that you just hate to see. I feel like this is a QSS game for Silva. It kind of has to be, or at least take cleanse or something because Silas is going to be on you. Jarvan's going to be on you. Jin can stun you. Leona literally just stuns people. It's oh man, it's
Yeah,
it's 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 so painful to be a Jinx right now. As
yeah,
like
it's either a cleanse or a QSS.
yeah,
I want to suspect that Silva's probably going to take the more combative Suns. I think I want to bet that they want to, try to exert some of their pressure onto your Urgottem's bot lane, right? Jinx, Rel, once they hit that level 2, level 3 mark, they feel like they can just get onto Jin almost immediately as long as he's not having that fourth shot move speed.
Yes.
And Silva's just going to go for that QSS most likely. Yeah, and you forget that Silas can also steal Lissandra's ult or steal,
Right.
Rel's ult and start locking up Jinx as well. I mean, your
It's
Gotham has
insane.
that like see hero, kill hero kind of composition where Jarvan goes in, Graves is probably gonna dash in, Silas is gonna dash in, and Leona's just gonna try to solar flare and like CC somebody, and there's just so much upfront damage with
Yep.
Graves ult, Jarvan ult if he goes that Gore Drinker build that we see, and just Silas being able to put out so much damage depending on whose ult he steals, right? So
Right.
if they can survive that initial burst, I feel like Glacial will win these more long form team fights. But if your Gotham just gets that one root, that one stun, that one, CC down on Silva or Popang or Kaitazur, like they're dead, right? They just die immediately.
Yeah, it's cue up the Quad City DJs. Come on and slam. Let's welcome to the jam because Legends and Regent are going to be dunk masters in this game. With that being said, guys, we're going to throw it to a break as we get these countdown timers synced up and ready to rock. And we will see you momentarily for game 2 between Glacial Esports versus Urgottem Evolve.
Welcome everybody to game 2 of the Aegis Vanguard lead. Your Urgottem Evolved versus Glacial Esports in this best of 3 matchup. Your Urgottem Evolved is up 1-0 after a dominant performance in game 1, and now we see these two teams having a bit of a more cohesive draft. Glacial Esports, like you said, everybody's
Hold
shy,
on,
and now
hold
they're
on,
gonna
hold
go
on.
for this. Now they're gonna go for this 5-stack. Player number 6 is not ready for this. Has to level
Oh
dash.
no.
He has to
Oh
level
no.
dash. Yeah.
He has to. Oh man. Slide leg. Oh, all right. You know what? That's fine. We'll take that. We take those. Sad B coming out from Devil Unicorn. Yo, that was like a second away from something terrible happening for Urgottem. But yeah, definitely a better composition for Glacial in this matchup, allowing them to actually bring the fight more to Urgottem. But Urgottem knows that, so they're going to start off with some early vision in the red side of Glacial Esports jungle, and they're just going to do a casual little reset.
Yeah, they're gonna go for that invade Glacial. Like I said, game 1, everybody a little shy. Game 2, game 3, then they start going for these crazy invades, try to look for some whatever edge they can get. 5-point defense. I mean, Graves is one of those champions that's really, really hard to invade on because he can just start E like I said he would. Interesting. Ooh, as Region is gonna trade onto Kaiser.
Oh,
But if
that's
you
a
look
good
at the
trade.
summoner spells coming out from Graves, it's actually the TP Ignite. So he's gonna be a prime gank target for Popang, I
Full
suspect.
bully mode. Yeah.
Does
Also,
have that E, like kind of that innate dash, as Devil Unicorn is gonna get a cheeky little Q, and
he
that's a
went
comet.
He went Comet. Yes. Oh my God. I was so happy. I was hoping he would do this. Comet Mundo is literally just so annoying because especially if they're good at landing their Q, you're just gonna leave lane if you're not a tank because like it actually does a significant amount of damage plus the Comet over time. He does still have a decent amount of tankiness with his other runes and whatnot, but oh God, lane is just so much more annoying.
Yeah, I guess Comet would be the move here, right? Because you can't really get any grass procs going onto this Graves here, right? You're not gonna really get any of that. You're not gonna get too much out of that runes as we see.
Wait, why are you going in on
Leona.
that? There's no way. Silva has to flash out. He burns the heal as well.
Oh,
Oh,
Kalen's gonna flash.
He can. Side
He wants to flash. He wants to flash
Lego.
so bad.
Yes, Sly is keeping him at bay. Hasn't burned any of his sums. That was a risky moment there. That could have been really good or really
Popang's
bad
here.
for both of them. Popang is here. The wave's in a very bad spot though. We'll have to see if Popang can get anything done. Channeling, misses. Ha! You can't miss those. They're paramount, man. Does stop the recall a bit as player number 6 gonna take some damage, but just walk it off. As Popang goes for that gank attempt, doesn't quite land it. Shaky fingers, unfortunate. But this bot lane we were talking about, Silva needing to stay alive. This matchup is
They're just gonna dive him, right?
the
Silva
level
has no
3
sums.
Carbon gank, baby. Here it is.
Silva has no sums. Yeah, they can
no
they
sums.
can dive. It's gonna be on Sly Lego to play this out, and hopefully CC whoever is
no.
getting hit by the tower, but
Oh,
they have
no.
to suspect something. Legan.
Oh, they have to time it, flash in. Flag and drag first blood. Stunned up under tower though? No, they all survived, trading aggro perfectly. That's a double kill for the bot lane. And Urgottem, they say, new comp be damned, the worst.
Oh, Popeng!
Wait,
Popeng gets the kill. Oh, Regent's probably gonna kill Kaidazur. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. Deja vu.
Q2 does the damage, and Regent, yep, deja vu. I have been in this place before. Regent gonna get another kill, and off to a great start is Urgottem here in this game too.
Yeah, but Glacial, you know, answering back up into that top lane, punishing Graves with no flash, right? I believe Popeng actually just got the solo kill onto him. Devil Unicorn actually didn't land like a Q or an E or anything, so really good from him. Popeng understanding that his champion is Omega busted right now and could just do that to any laner. But really good stuff from Urgottem, executing that dive pretty effortlessly. I mean, like you said, aggro was juggled beautifully. Regent and Kaidazur, that was a really close fight, right? If Kaidazur had a little bit more mana, if he possibly may have had Aftershock, they're gonna come with a repeat. Round two,
there's a TP
coming
committed
in.
as well. Silva. No, he's done. He does finish the walk away. Stay in that bush. Stay in that bush. There is a TP countered. Kaidazur, he's here. He's here. Can he save his life? He does. He gets the kill credit. Gets the reset. Oh, and they're fighting, baby. They're fighting. Silva on the backside. He's
getting excited.
Flash out. He has no health. He will get flash forward. Callan's going. Will get the kill on the double. Flash.
Popeng's here. Popeng's here.
That's the double. Here it comes. Kaidazur does get another kill. That does not land. The resets are coming out, but Silva managing to stay alive in that fight, giving up 2 kills and the assist. That is what we wanted to see. Glacial Esports able to get everything down, able to layer their CC effectively and swing it. Now we're on a 4-4 even spread game, guys.
You gotta give that up to Sly Lego and Silva. Somebody's gotta clip that. Like, that was beautifully played by them. The Leona got locked up by the Chompers. The Flag and Drag got locked up by Sly Lego's W. So none of the CC actually hit Silva. She stayed in that bush. TPs came out as we see another fight. I'm not allowed to talk, beautiful.
No, sir. They are fighting over this dragon. The credit will go over to Glacial, but the re-engage is there. There's healthier members all on Urgottem. Man, here is Leggins. We were talking about those power buffs to Jarvan, and it's showing up as the man comes down and gets a triple. Dragon, cool. Those kills, not so much. And that is just exactly what Urgottem ordered to get themselves back into this game. Now they're back in the lead.
Yeah, 2.5k gold at 6 minutes. And just as I'm praising Glacial, they go ahead and betray me. Beautiful. They go ahead and just... I guess the Dragon's Worth early mountain for 3. I guess the kills did go on to Jarvan. He's not the most threatening, but he's going to get super far ahead of Popeng. And you want that jungle match to go in the favor of your Viego. You don't want it to go in the other guy's hands. You want Viego to be dominant as Silva possibly getting dived on. Kaidazur, beautifully played. Regent might be in trouble.
Man. Oh, doesn't take the claw, though. Not level 6, so doesn't have the tomb to use. As Leggins is shadowing in the backside, though. Here is Popeng throwing blood in the water. This might be a 2v2 Shibby.
Maybe. Regent might just die, though, before it even happens. Jarvan's going to be taking his drugs. Oh, wait a minute. Steals the ultimate. Popeng here.
It was a bait, but it was me all along. Popeng gets in, gets the reset, takes it for himself. Yeah, Regent hitting level 6 there. You thought that was going to be great for him. With Kaidazur, hadn't hit 6 yet. Hit 6 off of that last wave. Waits for the tomb to go down. But Popeng being there, perfect time. Flash E, reset, flash ult, just gets a reset. Yeah, that was beautifully played.
Yeah, a masterful bait from Kaidazur there, getting Popeng that kill. But we really are seeing a different look from Glacial, right? 11.5 to 13.7k gold. I mean, they're still down in gold, but they are putting up a much better fight. This team is just playing a lot better, right? They're not shaken from that game 1. Like, that's what you like to see from these type of games. That's what you like to see from these type of teams, right? Popeng getting the kills, 2-1-1. Mundo's doing fine in that top lane as well. 0-1 and 2 getting super tanky. Actually goes for the giant spell. I would have loved to see the play as steel caps, but maybe he doesn't just have access to them right now. He might have gone the inspiration tree and gotten the free boots, but Devil Unicorn's gonna look should I kill player number 6 here, and I don't think you win that, man.
Yeah, no, doesn't have the necessary items to win it just yet. Don't know how many points he's put into his E for the steroid passive, but yeah, I would have liked to see the either the Bramble Vest or the Steel Caps to give him a lot more agency and damage reduction. Because you're looking at the damage spread across this Urgottem team. It is majority
Yeah.
physical damage. You do have Regent on that Silas, who does pump out a considerable amount of magic damage, if we like to say so. And it's just, you want that Mundo to just be walking up and just saying, all right, that's cool, that tickles, you know? And he doesn't have that quite yet, but I do believe the itemization will be coming out next, as it's we were talking about it. It's a way better look for Glacial. They're being more proactive. They're being a lot more reactive as well. And whenever these fights are happening, the call times, response times of the TPs, it's just an overall better look for them.
Opeg, you're not supposed to be there. That's not your
As I say that, Popeg.
Oh, it's actually Aura's out.
No, but that point click CC, we were talking about it. On the top side though, here's Kite Azure playing jungle on his own right. No, that was such a good ultimate. Puts him in stasis. No mana to speak of. Is Devil will claim that kill.
Yeah, and I'm looking on the side of Urgottem. They don't really have any HP burn unless this Silas goes Leandries, which generally they go Everfrost. I want to say 90%. If
oh God, Silva.
Silva might get dived. He has to leave.
Oh,
just leave.
No.
Back up.
Oh,
leave,
please, God. Chomper's down. EQ, wait. Yeah, perfect. Perfect landing. They will drop Shelly here as Lego is back.
Bot lane
This
should
is
go down
kill
here.
range, I think. Yeah, kill range. One charge.
Yeah, I think it goes down one charge here.
Ooh, yeah, basically one charge.
Yeah,
one kill,
to hit it
one auto. Yeah. Now that there's no tower, they are sticking down. 45 seconds till Infernal Drake here. We'll have to see if there's going to be another fight for this, as they are looking towards Scuttle here. Going to take him, get that extra vision down, and yeah, just Glacial doing a lot better in this game 2 than they were in game 1. Maybe they're awake.
Yeah, maybe they woke up. Maybe they're not sleeping anymore. They are down about 3k gold at 10 minutes, which is a massive improvement from last game. But, I mean, they took the early dragon, so even if they lose this Infernal, it's not the end of the world. The Dragon Soul won't be up for another probably 15 minutes, probably another 3 dragons, essentially. So they have that time. They can bide their time. They do have Jinx, which is late game monster. But before the fight broke out in the bottom lane, Urgottem, like I said, doesn't really have
he's done.
Oh, he's dead.
Immediately does feel the Magnetor trying to get something back. The Mega Death Rocket comes out. That's one kill going up with Popang. There's a reset. Oh, double reset city, baby. Gets it on the Silva and gets it on the Popang. They're going to take their kills and they're going to get out. Top and a mid down.
They get dragon here.
That's a dragon easy. It does look like
the dragon that was supposed to go to Urgottem. The dragon that was supposed to go to them.
Curtain Call is stolen. They
again?
throw the choppers down. Kite is here. They're jumping in. There's no damage though. There's no damage to take everybody down. He's dead. There's a reset on the back line. Devil Unicorn did TP into the back. He's on the California, making sure nothing gets done. He's just a shield. He does get the kill on the Popang. Good positioning. Saidasu gets the kill on the Silvo. Wait a minute. Double kill window still huge. It is a fight. Regent is here. Full health. Does have some mana as well. Because they win this over the stuns. Fly Lego does go down eventually after providing a lot of CC for his team, but Mundo and those cleavers, man, they get him down. Abscon will get him out of there as he Spider-Man's his way out. Regent does go back in. That massive healing damage coming out. And yeah, it's a 4-for-4 trade at the end of the day. The dragon didn't even die, Shibby. It's still alive.
Yeah, I feel like once they killed Legans there, they don't turn on Leona Jhin. They just finish the dragon there, right? Get that soul point or get that soul win condition started. I mean, you can possibly roll an Ocean or even a Cloud Soul, which would be really good for.
It looks like they're going back for it though. Round 2, here we go. Another TP. This time Kaida's there on the backside. He's in the perfect spot right now. He will.
That's a free dragon.
Yeah, free
dragon. Thank you for the leash.
Really out. Yeah.
Thank you for the leash.
Thank you for the leash. No bloodshed this time, and it will be a Cloud Rift here as the towers, though, are going over the side of Urgottem. That's keeping them in the lead gold-wise because they are getting these other outer objectives.
Yeah, they got the first tower. They got a lot of the plates that came out from that bottom tower as well. So they are up 3,000 gold, but the right members on Glacial are fed. Jinx, Viego, and even Dr. Mundo, right? Mundo is going to be super, super tanky coming up very soon, right? I believe he built Anathema's chains first, went into the plated steel caps, and I've been trying to get to this point almost all game. I feel like Urgottem doesn't have any HP burn. Like, how are they going to burst out? How are they going to burn this Mundo? They don't have any HP damage. They have the Eclipse, they have the Gore Drinker, they have the Everfrost, and now they have a Gale Force. So Mundo is just, once he gets to that 2-3 item point, once he gets Anathemas, which he already has, he gets
God. We're talking about the Mundo being tanky, but Callum Coy just did a fourth shot onto Sly Lego and barely even tickled his shields. Like it's already hitting that point to where Urgottem is very relying on Regent to do this massive amount of magic damage in these fights, and he might not be the only one to be able to carry.
Yeah, and the thing with Region is that he gets go for that utility build, right? Everfrost,
Yeah.
not as impactful as Leandri's, not as impactful as Luden's, right? You build it more to set up your team, and most likely Region's going to go for the Zhonya's after, right? That's
Right.
usually what they build. They'll go Zhonya's, then they'll possibly go either the Death Cap, or they might go a Banshees. I mean, I feel like Silas doesn't start hitting that crazy AP damage point. Player number 6 is going to get caught out.
Yep, he's dead and gone. Kill credit will go for the double unicorn. Diving onto him though, Regent. Oh man, Kaitazor does get the kill, or does get the ultimate down rather. Regent did steal his ultimate, so trade's there. As
Still can't walk up. Now he can.
Still can't walk up, yeah. Helping is here, gonna stave them off. We're talking about that siege game, that tower taking game. Urgottem doesn't have, the 100% best sieging composition, but they still are up a number of turrets, and
they're just rotating.
Yeah, the rotates are there, and they're very
just rotating
fast.
really well. But if it's a straight siege, I mean, we feel like Jhin is not really the best at sieging. Graves can't really get up to siege that well. While on the other side of Glacial, you have the Lissandra, you have the Jinx, you have Mundo can just even tank up the turret as much as he wants as well. Keeps his minions alive. I mean, just the amount of dive threat that Glacial has is very, very scary, and just allowing Jinx to hit the turret from rocket range is so nice, right? Once she gets possibly that rapid fire cannon, even when she builds Runins, does a lot of just AoE damage. It feels like Glacial's comp, it's out of the mid game, it's out of the early game. I'm sorry, it's into the mid game. It's gonna hit that late game power spike, or mid 2-3 item power spike, and Glacial's just better suited for those kinds of fights, in my opinion.
Right, yeah. Mid game here, 15 minutes in, 12-12. A little bit of a gold lead still though for Urgottem, as we were talking about, those turrets allowing them to have that. But Glacial Esports, their composition is just very, very good at fighting right now, and I feel like they should try to force a few little different man advantage fights to get some objectives going, but they have to start cracking these towers if they want to actually put a stamp on this and take us to a game 3, because their composition is very good, like we were talking about, but they need to be more proactive in how they're going to use it if they're going to try and get any advantages going.
Oh, and Silva actually canceling his recall there. Thought he was gonna get canceled by Kalimkor there, but yeah, well, what everybody likes to say, right? There's a lot of standing goals, beautiful, on the field right now for Glacial that they can take. And Legans is actually pinched between a rock and a hard place, or a Mundo in a hard place, but he gets out. Dragon flags out.
Yep, Regent,
re-engage.
The Solar Viego ultimate, not the optimal one to grab, but that Solar Flare was nasty. The shutdowns are coming in left and right. Legans. Yes, he does get Kaitazor. Player number 6 does get killed on the slide Lego, and that's the reset. Those are the kills we're talking about. That Jarvan is huge and he does damage. But Devil Unknown, that's a bigger Mundo, baby. The world champ coming in, sticking on to everybody. As everybody will run away, but Popink, he does have the reset available. He does have double buff, but he doesn't get stunned up. He can't get the reset. He will be taken down, but Devil Unicorn will get shut down as well, as Kalimkor does get the kill onto him. Manages to cut down the massive oak tree that was Devil Unicorn, and in the end, the bot lane of Urgottem evolved, keeping them in this fight and keeping them in this game.
We saw Popeng jump onto Kalimkor, and then he just hard committed to that dive. He was really, really trying to get the kill on the Jhin. Instead of peeling back, once they got Regent, I feel like Popeng needed to go back and kill Legans and kill player number 6, because they just dunked on Silva, right? Like, Silva was, I saw him in there, and then I saw him get dunked on, and his health bar was gone.
Literally popped. Yeah.
It was a Graves R into the Cataclysm, right? And then that
Cataclysm Gore Drinker. It was immediate, that combo. Cataclysm Gore Drinker jumping in, doing massive damage, and healing up just as quickly. It's just so good at taking out these squishy targets like Silva and Kaitazor. And he didn't have time to get the ult. He did go over the side, doesn't die. Wow, Rocket is popped. Here's the re-engage. Urgottem is in a good spot. Magnus on the backside. Yes, Reget is going out. Sly Lego will get out for a little bit, but no, Lego's going to kill him. He's going to reset. Then Kalimkor from the backside untouched. Silva does see him, does get the rocket.
Another reset,
but look at the front side, look at the front side. Legans is still alive. He is onto Silva. They are fighting. This
Devil Unicorn?
Left and right. He is on the backside. He is all by himself, though. You can't leave him by himself like that. And that's an ace coming up for Urgottem. They should not be winning these fights, but the way they're kiting them out is getting them the victory every single time.
And look at the build from Popeng. I don't understand. What are you doing? You go Divine Sunderer. You go into that stay rack, so you go into Wit's End, or you don't even need Wit's End here, but rushing the Bork here, I feel like you're just losing out a lot of. You're losing out a lot of that damage. You're losing out a lot of that healthy, health you can gain from the Divine Sunder. I mean, I'm pretty sure the build is what? Divine Sunderer,
Divine
Stayrax,
into Sterix. Yes, you go
and
the
then
bruise,
Bork.
Bruiser staying alive build, and it's just for him to rush the Bork like that is so interesting. And he just had to drop the Herald in mid just out of nowhere just because he, the timer was almost up on that. It's just baffling to see that Glacial right now, they have such a strong composition and they had that lead, and it's literally just slipping through their fingers by the way they're taking these fights. They keep leaving Silva by himself to get absolutely massacred. That's a jinx. You can't just like have that happen all the time. And they're committing everything on the side dash. So that was 3 ultimates for a support. I don't like that at all. As Leghans will jump onto Silva, who will just completely decimate him. And here's the TP coming in to commit. The 4 shot still available. Popeng is here. Kaiser gets jumped onto by Reach, and that damage is there now. That damage is readily available.
You wish you had Stayrax there. You wish you had Divine Sunderer there.
Yep, you wish the healing was there now. As Callum jumps in, Gale Force auto, boom, that's it. Devil Unicorn is here, but it is a 1v3 situation. Doesn't want to take. The rest of his team is dead, and that's another tower. It's 4 towers to 0, and Urgottem is just ballooning this lead that they should not have here in this game.
Yeah, just leaving the Jinx, right? We want to see Kaiser using his ultimate. They're using it to pick people off, which is nice, right? But then you're just leaving Jinx to get dove from Leghans over and over. It's literally, I've seen it happen 3 times now, beautiful. Yeah. It's EQ, Cataclysm, and then you're just dead. Because all the buffs that he got, the AD buffs, the ratio buffs, everything like that, and Leghans can just 1v1 the Jinx essentially, and yeah, you gotta take better care of her. I honestly, like, the
somebody get the Night Vow right now.
Somebody get the Night Vow. Somebody steal this man, because Silva is going to be the ticket to winning, right? Popeng can definitely reset, but he does not have the items. He does not have the correct build right now. He needs to get a little bit more gold before he can get that. It looks like he's probably going to go for Immortal Shield Bow, possibly Kraken Slayer. We don't know. It looks like it's going to be Immortal Shield Bow because I do see the life steal, but Immortal Shield Bow, Bork will give him a little bit more survivability. I don't know if he's going to go. He can't build the Stayrax because he won't get the lifeline anymore because he already has Immortal Shield Bow. So he's probably going to go for a 3rd item, maybe GA, or I don't think he needs the Wit's End here, but he just needs more survivability.
Yeah, it's just this itemization we were talking about. It's just very interesting to see coming out from Glacial as they, they have all the tools to succeed in their champions and in that lead that they had, but the items, if you're not building it right, that's only half the game right there. As you're not playing around your key players like you
number
should be. Yes, they do have looks onto him.
He sniffs something out, right?
He does. He has to. It's just the way that they're playing. Not enough counter vision. They're playing very sloppy right now, and they're in a very good position to take this game.
He's dead. Player number should be dead here. Yeah. I mean, it's Kaiser with the ultimate, with everything. He should be dying. Yeah.
They're gonna commit.
That's a Baron. That's an immediate Baron call from Urgottem, right? They have to.
Yeah.
Devil Unicorn can stall here. Has the Sunfire Kick, has the Anathemas, has the Bramble Vest as well. We're gonna see.
They could definitely stall this. It looks like it's a Baron bait because they know Urgottem knows that Glacial does not have any vision in that side of the map at all, so they can't just lie in wait. As they will show, Leghans is going to go and knock out that Oracle Ward. Very smart. As once again, looking towards that mid lane, it's just, they're not able to get anything off of it. Glacial has not been able to take a tower. 22 minutes into this game, you have 19 kills on the board, 2 dragons, and not a single tower. What's going on here? But it looks like they will commit. Urgottem is committing to this Baron play.
They have to sit this out.
They have to. Glacial has to be able to sit this out. No. You can't. You guys cannot.
Okay.
Somebody,
they suspect something. They have to.
It's at
but it's gonna be too little, too late. It's gonna be too little, too late.
There's no way they can get onto this. Oh,
force
they are here for it. They are the fight. Don't let them get away. Do not let them get away. As Editor is here, tell him over the side. Will drop the curtain call into that fight. That's the mix that you want, baby. That's the cake right there.
Popeng.
The kill. Callum on the other side.
Silva!
Over the side, Silva. Get the reset. That's a double. Keep him alive. Keep him in the game. And
Callum
all the damage. He's running. Double kill 80. Carry's going crazy. Popeng is the new Callum Ploy. He's not going to be able to get away this time, and that's a shutdown. Going over to the Glacial Esports jungler as Leghans is on the run as well as his team this time is the one on the receiving end of the gray screen special as it's looking towards this mid lane to take this tower. Dragon is spawning here in a few seconds, but now Glacial does have to make that choice. Are they going to go for the standing objective or the standing gold? It looks like they're turning towards the Dragon first, but yeah, Shibby, that's exactly what we needed them to do. Keep Silva alive, get Callum Coy out of that fight, be able to kite them back and take these fights. Now, with that being said, we do have Glacial Esports on Soul Point, but they still have no towers available. They have no towers still. Somebody flick it, please.
And honestly, it wasn't Glacial keeping Silva alive. It was more Silva coming in after everything was thrown out and going, okay, well, I guess it's safe now for me to start auto-attacking. Also was able to put the the chompers down as well onto the side of Callum Coy. So, because Callum Coy was super out of that fight, right?
Super out of the fight.
He flashed over the wall, curtain called on that side, and the rest of his team was there. He couldn't provide those 1, 2, 3, 4th shots, was only able to give the curtain call, wasn't able to provide any of the CC or the traps or anything like that. So he came late. Silva was there. He got the reset onto, I believe it was a very low region. Got the rocket. I believe he honestly crit him as well.
There's the EQ combo. He did it again. Wait, Slime Lego, what are you doing? He jumped out to let his AD carry die. Bro, I'm reporting you after that one.
He's out of there. No, his life's more important. Support this, man. Come on.
They have the Baron buff on, and Silva is down, and the rest of the team is discombobulated. Urgottem, they still have Baron on leggings right now. Yeah. They have it on one member. They have a decent-sized wave. They're walking it around. You do have them caught here, though. They can't.
Oh, never mind.
What? He couldn't even stasis himself. Oh my god, Kaiser will go down. Go for the 80 carry, boys. Callum Coy's doing all the damage as he gets a double kill for himself. Urgottem, they want to close his book right now as Slime Lego and Devil Unicorn are just running for the hills, and that should not have happened like that. Urgottem evolved. Playing it, they still have the Baron buff. Leggins is still alive. Silva is alive. There is a wave here. They're gonna try and take these towers. Oh man, they can fight.
Keep Silva alive. Keep Silva alive. That's all you guys have to do. Don't let him go. Magnet Storm coming in.
Silva is on the backside, but Callum Coy on a rampage. The man is unkilled. EQ combo.
Legend wants to R you.
He's healing up. He's staying alive. Just barely reaches on the doorstep. Oh, he gets the kill. He takes him out as the rest of the team will run out of the base. Base defense successful,
this is hectic,
but barely.
If you're Regent, you gotta be screaming Worth, right? Oh, I got the digs. Don't worry, guys. As the rest of the team runs out, they get the Nexus tower. One still remains. Popeng looking for the reset. Gonna be spotted out by this Pink Warden. Popeng was just getting thirsty, right? You saw him flash over, try to get the R, could not get a reset. He wasn't really playing with his team. I mean, Viego's one of those champions where you want to let your team try to do like a majority of the... Yeah, and then you come and start auto-attacking, getting the resets, and then start using the enemy champions against them, right? Resetting. But if he's chasing in, he's going in 1v5, his team's not there, he's going to get focused down, he's going to die immediately. Only has the Immortal Shield Bow and the Bork right now, possibly going for what looks like not a Mortal Reminder?
Chainsword?
No, yeah. Mortal Reminder.
Mortal Reminder, is it? He did by the... crit. I would have liked the Kimpunk Chainsword a lot more with that execution was calling rather than the Mortal Reminder, because Viego does not need the extra crit or anything like that. You know, he does need the extra health. He does need that ability to stay in the fight a little bit longer, and so he can heal on these resets. I'm not.
Yeah, and the lethality is not even lost on it, right? Because no one's really building armor on the side of Urgottem, right? I mean, if you're going for those high priority targets, someone like Jhin, somebody like Sylas. I mean, Sylas doesn't even have the Zhonya's that actually went the Cosmic Drive second. So that lethality is actually going to do a lot of work because it's going through that base armor. Yeah, itemization is a little bit weird from Popeng. I guess he really wanted the heal cut, really only for Regent, it seems like.
Oh my god, as Regent gets deleted.
Popeng.
Reset. Popeng, though, does get the EQ. Curtain call is popped. Oh, they got to run now. They got to get out of there, as we do have... On the top side, player number 6 is just combating against Devil Unknown. They want to end this. They want to end this. The fight on the bot side as everybody's collapsing in. It's a 1v1 on the top lane.
Devil Unicorn.
I don't think he's going to be able to win this. He's going to cut down the side.
That's Mortal Reminder. Oh, Popeng comes in.
Popeng does come in, get the kill. The bottom tower is down. But you only have one Nexus turret available, guys. Y'all gotta defend this hard. As Glacial, they're holding on literally by like their last few fingers here. Urgottem putting all the pressure on them, squeezing them like a python. As This Dragon Soul point that Glacial was on is up here in 14 seconds, but I don't think they're gonna be able to contest this Dragon.
I mean, Graves is down. It is a 4v5. Kaiser does have the.
He's
Oh,
waiting.
does he do
Ooh,
Legan?
Leggins!
Legan have to
Can
EQ
they stop
out.
him? Can they stop him? Oh, he doesn't get over the wall. He does EQ out though. Did save that as Devil Unicorn did
They'll
not
get this.
pop
They'll
the
get this.
ultimate.
They should get this before Graves gets up. 7
They
seconds
need
on him.
to.
No TP.
He
No
does
TP.
have TP. Player number
No,
6
no,
does have
if
TP.
he's
Well,
dead.
Callum Coy just deletes him. Oh my god, Kaiser wasn't even able to pop the ultimate. Does have the soul, so that is Cloud Soul, but the TP is coming in, and it is a 5v4 on the other side. And
Cloud
that
Soul for
is a
Nexus?
double kill. Poping trying to get out with his life. The only members alive are Devil Unicorn and Popeng. He is running. That is a fast boy. That is a zooming boy. That's that Cloud Soul plus the Cloud Rift, baby. He is zooming towards the base. As the Nexus Tower is going down, the supers are in the base. He is cloaked right now, trying to go for a reset of some sort. Legans is low, and so is Regent. He wants to try and get a kill, but he gets spotted out. He misses on the Callum Coy. The rest of his team is on the Nexus. There's a shutdown. You gotta hit him. You gotta hit him. He gets stunned up. There's no way he can't stop it. And it is
Cloud Soul for Nexus. Beautiful Cloud Soul for Nexus. That is the trade. That is the trade. That is how this series ends. That's how this best of 3 ends. Beautiful Crow is out of here. He walks out. Woo, what a game from Urgottem. They said take the Cloud Soul. We're going to take the Nexus. We're going to take the game. My God, beautiful. That was a game.
Report Regent. I just want to put that out.
Report Regent.
Like, that man literally just... Wow, that silence play was great, but no, Callum Coy, MVP all day. Holy crap. That man's damage was stupid. Like, he two-shot. He literally two-shot. Right. It's actually insane, criminal even, one might say, how much damage this man was pumping out. And it just harkens back to that mid-game, like... Glacial Esports was winning until they weren't, and it was really sad to see because
that's the Scar special.
You know,
you're winning until you are.
Know, like
you
they
would
were
have loved to see the Divine Sunderer, Stayrax, Bork. I really think that was the difference in that fight specifically. Look, it's not a game ender, guys. Building your items will never lose you the game most of the time, right? I'm not saying Viego's items were, they didn't cost him the game, but in that instance where you saw him get two-shot, if he had Divine Sunderer, Stayrax, Gage, Bork, instead of the 3 items he did have, Divine Sunderer would have healed him because he would have autoed, would have got the ability auto. Stayrax would have popped, gave him a bigger shield, and Bork would have been healing him as well. So you gotta think that if Popeng just built a little bit differently, those fights maybe sway in his favor. Maybe he gets the reset. Maybe he gets a little bit more damage off. But overall, I don't think it was a good job from Glacial protecting Silva, right? It was really weird how tanky Mundo was, but wasn't a threat, right? It was almost as if Urgottem was like, they just walked past him, right? They just like walked past Mundo, like, okay, we'll deal with you later. It's not that big of a deal. We'll just kill Jinx. We'll just kill Popeng. I mean, Legans was EQing Jinx on repeat, right? Cataclysm on repeat, just getting that
EQ
so much
cat, EQ cat. That's all you saw. And oh my god. So hold on 1 second. You mean to tell me that in both of these games, both of the games of the series, Glacial Esports not get a single tower?
Oh, really? They didn't get... Oh, yeah. That's 0
towers. They literally let that happen. And
it happened. It happens. It happens.
Like, that was their game to lose, It's you really hate to see it. They were doing so well up in that mid-game in the second game. They had the blueprint. It was a way better composition than their first game, but it was really stopped by 2 people, one of which being Callum Coy and the other being MVP, my personal, of the series, Legans, because that man, that Jarvan gameplay, like, are you kidding me? This man was like the perfect defender you could ever ask for on your team. Like, just deleting out Silva, making sure the carries were not in the fight, just getting those massive amounts of kills in the early game were just so paramount for them, just like to even keep that score line that they had. Because a lot of the kills were being spread out across the board on Glacial, but or got him. Like it's just like, all right, boys, let's go. Pass me the rock. We can do this. Um,
Yeah, speaking of Legans, though, we do
speaking of,
have an interview with Beautiful Crow's
yes,
MVP. Legans,
yes.
welcome to the interview for the Aegis Vanguard League Week 5, coming out with a win. You seem to have nearly locked your top two spot. You do need a little bit of bracket luck, not bracket luck, but the fate is in other people's hands now. Glaive Esports Prime does have two more games to play. Dare GG also has two more games to play. So if they lose theirs, or if they even go 4-1, then you guarantee the top two spot essentially. And man, what a performance from you guys. I mean, just coming out from the gates with that ferocity, with your champions, with your composition. I mean, going into this game, Glacial Esports number 5 ranked team, probably I think bottom 2 team. Were you guys taking them as seriously as somebody like Dare or Glaive Esports, or was this more, kind of a, if you lose, you lose, who cares? I mean, how, like, did you prep the same for these guys?
Uh, for sure. We took this game very seriously, just like every game, because you just want to respect all your opponents, and hopefully
Uh-huh.
they
Mhm.
respected us. But kind of like through the first game, it kind of felt like they weren't taking us very seriously from their gameplay, and we kind of felt pretty disrespected about it, and that just motivated us to try even harder, to
Yeah, I
stomp
mean, they
them even
they
harder.
blind picked Talia, they blind picked a lot of champions that can just get countered. I guarantee your mid laner was not happy about that. But uh, um, going into this last week, going to these games, were you trying to hide any strategies, right? Because you guys have nearly secured your top two spot. Were you guys looking to come out with a specific draft? Were you guys trying to practice some things on Glacial? I mean, like you guys said, you guys felt disrespected, but I mean, maybe we can dive into a little maybe of the scrims, what happening. Do you think Glacial is a better team than what they were showing today, or do you think this is quite like the level that you thought they were at?
So honestly, we expected them to perform much better due to their past performances. Like, I remember being informed that they took a game off of Glaive Prime Esports, which is definitely a really high contender in this league, and them just like falling apart in their first game was like a really huge surprise to me and probably for the whole team.
And when coming into this jungle matchup, you guys pretty much gave Viego away, right? You banned the Tom Kench in game two. You decided to give the Viego out, and you instead, we thought it was going to be a Graves jungle. I initially called the solo lane, but then obviously when I saw the Jarvan, I was like, oh, it might be just a solo lane Jarvan. With Jarvan getting these buffs, I believe he got ratio buffs, he got his W buff. Was that something that you know pushed you forward to pick that Jarvan? Did you know that you really wanted to pick that Jarvan, especially when you saw the Jinx, someone that's super immobile. The Gore Drinker Stayrax combo right now is super, super busted on a lot of these AD bruisers and AD kind of junglers and stuff. Was that something that kind of pushed that pick, or did you have this Jarvan like in your back pocket?
Yeah, definitely the buffs were really good for Jarvan, and just like how their team comp, like how they picked, especially with the immobile ADC,
Yeah.
their Mundo that you can lock down, and the Viego, like just being in there with the Gore Drinker and all, and just like stopping, just creating space for the team. It just seemed like the perfect pick right there.
Yeah, yeah. You played those fights pretty expertly, right? I mean, you saw the ability for you and player number 6 to kind of go in and just you guys were blowing up that Jinx on cooldown. Essentially our cataclysm into the Graves ultimate, but you guys have won your games pretty strongly, right? It was a really good showing. Game 1 was insane. Game 2 obviously a little rough. It kind of felt like you were, struggling a little bit. I mean, you weren't ever necessarily really really behind, but it was a closer game. Now that you're, kind of closed out this week and it's week 5, I mean, what is your opinion on all the teams in this league, right? I mean, you guys are specifically in your Noxus bracket, but have you guys been watching any of the I'm sorry. Yeah, have you guys been watching like the Demacia bracket? I mean, who do you guys think, or specifically you, Legans, who do you think are some of the stronger teams, and possibly you can give me maybe a dark horse pick?
Um, I don't really watch the other teams' games, but I do know some of the stronger amateur teams, such as like Conviction. I
Mm-hmm.
personally like. I wasn't on the team when we played against Dare, but I've also heard that Dare is a fairly strong team. So those are probably the teams that I'm looking out for, and probably going into playoffs. We'll probably be VOD reviewing some of their games just to better prepare for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you had a dark horse pick by any means, I don't know whether you've been scrimming them or whatever, right? Who do you think is a team to look out for that, many people might not have their eyes on? Other than you guys maybe, but I don't know. I thought you guys were
Um,
my dark horse from the beginning.
yeah, I mean, I really don't know much of the
Oh,
other
okay.
teams, so
No,
yeah,
that's fine.
probably just the answer would be my own team.
Your own team, your own team. Okay, I like it if you guys come on that. It's just like a chip on your shoulder. You guys kind of like weren't really, probably not expected to finish this top high, this high, considering all the teams that entered. But again, it's really nice having you guys. Congratulations on your win with Urgottem Evolved. Shout outs to Aegis GG. Shout out to all you guys. I mean, you guys put a really good performance. I mean, we've had you guys, I think, stream twice now, and both of your series were bangers. So it was really nice having you on. Yeah, just that concludes our interview. Beautiful. Do you want to shout anybody out? You know what to do. Get us out of here.
Yo, shout out Leggins for being one of the greatest Jarvan players I have ever seen. The man cannot be stopped. Those combos were just chef's kiss, juicy, amazing. Yes. Well, with that being said, thanks for being on, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight for these banger games. Shout out to Aegis, and we actually are going to do a host over to Dare because they're still in the middle of their series, and it actually does have playoff implications with the seeding, regards to seeding, and it's quite a banger at the moment. So we'll be switching over there. Thanks everybody for joining us. You all have a very wonderful night. See you next time.